Tafon, the Don Nchukwi. What's going on, man? It's good to get you back on the show. We spoke a couple months back. Now we are getting ready. Or actually, you're getting ready to go on the Contender series. How you feeling?
Hey, man, feeling great, man. The soreness and fatigue is a new norm right now, but still feeling good. I think it's only three weeks out now, so yeah, I'm counting down the days. Can't wait for it.
It's good to see, you looking fresh, man, because last time you were in
I
quarantine.
was
Did you see that?
I was looking really rough, man. Yeah, I saw it, man. When I watched the video, I was like, oh dang, I had to fry myself up on that one. I was looking real rough. I mean, right now, it's starting to grow back in because I'm training. I'm not really caring about that right now, but yeah, once fight time comes, we're gonna be looking sharp.
Oh, no doubt. You got to, man. I think that's ESPN, man. You got to be looking good.
Oh yeah, man, definitely. I'm gonna be out there in front of the world.
For sure.
Can't be
For
looking
sure.
rough then.
A couple weeks already have passed, the Contender series. And have you been checking it out? Have you been watching the fights?
Oh yeah, I watched the last two cards of the Contender. And so the one from this weekend was, everybody got a contract, so
Yeah.
Dana's being super generous.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was a pretty good fights on there too. So yeah, they definitely all deserved it.
Yeah, yeah. There's but I don't think there have been too many like big guys, fighting, like light heavyweights or even
Yeah,
heavyweights.
I think the first week there was a light heavyweight fight. I can't
Yeah.
remember the dude's name right now, but the dude got in though. He was one of the ones to get the contract. I think it
Yeah.
was the main event,
Jacoby.
maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jacoby.
yeah, Jacoby. Yeah, yeah, he looked pretty good. Yeah, other dude was just he got him fatigued by just eating all them shots,
Yeah.
but he's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, it was a good fight. Now,
Yeah.
last time we spoke, you were looking at July. They scheduled it for September. Do you feel like
hmm
that is a blessing for you? You know what I mean, in some ways?
More time to get ready in that
Mm,
way. That's a blessing, but I think I would have still been at this level of ready when if I
mm.
was to fight in July. So uh, and I probably would have already been in there trying to look for fights and stuff too. So in that way, I'm still kind of mad that it didn't go as on the original date. But hey, it is what it is. You gotta take what you get.
Definitely, man, especially during these times. Now, your last MMA fight was November of 2019, so it's been a minute. Training and just working and doing everything, in life. What have you improved, do you think, the most in the last year or so?
Last year, if we're talking about fight wise, my
Mm,
jiu-jitsu game has
mm,
definitely gone up there. If we're talking about just like altogether, it's a lot that's improved, especially having all this time to focus on a lot of other things. So I've more so been doing more reading. Basically been paying more attention to what's going on and stuff. Trying to do that more since I have a little bit more time in my hands. So I would say that for sure.
So being more conscious of like what's going on around you and things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Because before it's like I was just in my own world, really, just
Mm,
work, train, come back, sleep, and then repeat. That was like basically 6 years now. I've been doing for 6 years. That's all I've been doing. Haven't really been hadn't sat down to even pay attention to what really been going on around me. Just doing my own thing, focusing on my goals. So, with this much time on my hands now, I definitely had to sit back, look at a lot of things too, and try to, yeah, try to improve myself in many different ways.
yeah, yeah,
So,
I guess it'll help you with your mindset, in some ways for
definitely.
fighting. And you said
hmm
the jujitsu is getting sharp. You know what I mean? I know you like to
Oh
put
yeah.
them hammers down, but you want to go to the
Uh-huh.
ground too now?
Oh man. If it goes, I've always been confident in my ground game, but like now, because of the COVID, where Master Lloyd opened up his garage to let us come in there and train, so we've been really focusing on that. And I've been doing a whole lot more grappling than I have been doing striking, so that's improved. So I'm actually pretty happy about that because my progress has been pretty steady. I'm learning new things all the time, and man, I can't wait to go in there and show it. So now I'm even more confident in my ground game, so my striking is even that much more dangerous.
With Coach Lloyd, you know what I mean? He's getting up there in age, so when you do you spar with him still, or does he just
Oh,
sit
not.
on the side?
Oh yeah, that's definitely what he does. He doesn't even he tries at his best to not even step in there. He just stands from the side and give us
Mm,
instructions and tell us what to do because he's definitely being cautious. and definitely, like you said, he's up there, so he don't want to play around and with any of that. So I mean, he's still doing what he can for us to let us come into his house, his garage, and train, which we truly appreciate that for sure, because it's definitely keeping us in shape and ready for whatever opportunities come up. But he's still being very cautious.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
you
not
gotta
playing no.
be, man.
Even the gyms are still not open because he's taking his time with that and make sure once he does it, he does everything the right way.
So how long has this training camp been for you?
Man, I say it's about. I found out in like I think March, right? So yeah, it's
Hmm.
probably about like yeah, it's been a while now. Like over 4 or 5 months maybe. Yeah,
Jesus, that's
it's
a
been a while. Yeah,
yeah.
basically. But it's been like some ups and downs because like I told you
Hmm.
last time, when I first once everything closed down, I was basically training by myself. But all I was really doing was like running like 12 miles a day for like a month straight. Then once I found out that everything got pushed back, I took like 2 weeks and I fattened up again. And then we got another schedule and then back on it. So it's been a pretty like a long training camp. This would be like the longest I've ever trained for any fight, really. I mean, I always stay ready regardless, but
So the only difference is that you just are in your coach's garage. That's it. Everything else is pretty much the same, right?
yeah, everything is pretty much the same. I mean, less people to train with is just but everything is pretty much the same now because now we're on a consistent schedule. So we've been on a consistent schedule now for like a month, whereas we have even amount of grappling and striking. I mean, now it's getting more even because before it was more like jiu-jitsu focused,
Hmm.
but now we're trying to we're mixing everything and getting a good balance with everything.
Yeah, it's just everybody's. I think everybody, most people, you know what I mean, are in that same situation. But at the end of the day, it's a fight, and that's what you need to do when you get in there, right? Is just make the adjustments spontaneously.
Right. That's definitely how, because in there you never know what's gonna happen, so you always gotta be ready regardless. So yeah, staying ready is the way to be.
So do you think the key is probably the cardio? You know, because that's something that you need to have. Is you got to be able to last all 3 rounds.
Oh yeah, I mean cardio is definitely a big part, but you can't have all cardio and
Mm-hmm.
no technique or anything. So I mean you gotta have a good balance of everything. But cardio definitely because if you're gonna go 5 minute rounds, those 5 minute rounds feel like forever when you're in there. So you gotta be able to have the technique, have the cardio, and yeah, man, you gotta be well rounded when you're in there. But right now, I feel pretty confident in my cardio, technique, everything. So yeah.
Yeah, your opponent, Al Matavao. You know, have you watched some of his fights? And what is your assessment of him?
Um, I think he's a guy. He likes to stick to move, and he seems like he's very explosive too. Like he doesn't just stand there. So I think I got to be very careful, especially when with him. I got to be very careful when I'm walking in and make sure I don't leave any openings because I feel like he's gonna be able to exploit that if I do.
Hmm.
So I definitely got to watch out for that. But my plan is, I mean, it's definitely the same as it's the same as all the other ones. Walk him down, figure him out, and then pick him up. I mean, pick him apart.
Is there a different mentality for you going into the Contender Series compared to all your other fights?
Yeah, I would say so because this time I'll be fighting in front of Dana White, and this is basically my resume for me to show him why I deserve to be in there. So when I go in there, I mean, I'm definitely gonna try to finish him, or definitely gonna finish him. But I'm gonna take my time to give him a good look on everything. I mean, like basically everything I can do in there. So, I mean, I definitely don't plan on taking it easy on him, but for sure going in there to show them why I need to be in there.
So, how do you see yourself getting the contract? Do you see a first round finish, or do you feel like this fight's gonna go to the second or third round?
Um, I feel like first round is definitely where I'm trying to take it out at.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely first round. I mean, I'm trying to keep the streak up. First round finishes under
Yeah.
2 minutes. Well, actually, maybe I'll keep it in there a little bit longer, just to get them to see a little bit more of the show.
But it almost seems like you might not even need to do that, right? Because Dana White, he likes those quick finishes, right? He
Oh
loves it.
yeah, yeah, man. He loves it. So that's definitely what I'm planning to go give to him. So he can't look away from it at all. Planning to give that right now, put that man on that canvas, look at Dana White and be like, hey yo, this is what you need right here.
Yeah, no excuses.
No excuses.
Yeah, he likes to throw those excuses out there sometimes. Dana White does.
Yeah, yeah. I know there's sometimes he try to put people back out there saying they need more experience. That's why
Mm,
I'm being. I gotta make sure I go in there and make sure I make a point because my
mm,
record is still only 3-0,
mm.
and like, yeah. So I definitely gotta go in there and make a point.
All right, now one last thing. In this sport, there's so many different types of competitors, individuals. Most of the time, they fit into two categories. Either they're a martial artist or they have like a prize fighter mentality. Where do you feel like you fit in?
Um, I'll say now I'm coming more of being more of a martial artist, like,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll say I have like a little bit of both in me because starting off that was really what I'm going for, this the prize, but now it's like more I'm trying to fall more in love with the arts and stuff. So I would say I'm coming more into being more of a martial artist because I'm definitely willing to learn not only just the striking, I mean the Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu. Now I'm actually working with Master Lloyd so much now I'm starting to get interested in all the other stuff like Krav Maga, all the other stuff. Because before I'll see all that stuff like Kung Fu, I'll be like, man, that's some that's some fake shit right there, man. I want to get that out of here. But now it's like I've seen some of the stuff that he's implementing and like the stuff he's been teaching. It's like, man, this stuff actually works. So it's like, man, yeah, actually it piqued my curiosity. So definitely gonna look into expanding my knowledge a little bit more. So if I don't know if that answers your question, but yeah, I'm somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's no right answer, you know what I mean? It's just your answer,
Hmm.
your perspective. But maybe,
Yeah.
you might be doing some of that Steven Seagal, that Krav
Hey,
Maga, that
you know,
Steven
right?
Seagal.
Grab that finger, just end someone's life that way. That's all.
I can't wait until if that actually really happens in the octagon, something like that. Like you grab
Hey,
somebody at some pressure point and you knock them
uh-huh.
out. That I think
Yep.
you become a
Just cut them
legend
out that way.
instantly.
That's one of the goals right there, man. I got to get one kind of crazy knockout somehow.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, September 8th, Contender Series, Las Vegas, man. You get your opportunity. I'm looking forward to this fight, man. It's gonna be pretty insane. You guys are big guys, throw big. It's gonna be fun, man. Good luck.
Yeah.
Be safe, and
Thank
yeah,
you.
man. Hopefully, we'll be talking
I
with
appreciate you.
the UFC contract or UFC
Oh
debut
yeah.
coming up.
Next time I come back, man, definitely, definitely. I'll be coming back with that contract. I appreciate you having me on here.